especially for children under college. Of the American people. You were
Determines how much of our desired society we experience.
Sure, you usually even better. Sure, how secure the country. Immediately this government came, they took measures, things improved, but it didn't last long, and it wasn't sustained. And what has happened thereafter is that things have deteriorated to a level that was inconceivable.
From every corner of the world, they bring politics, occasions right to your comfort zone, home and abroad. We keep you abreast of everything that relates to decision making and more.
The solution is basically that those who are presently in government must listen. They must listen to citizens. They must listen to experts. There is no point in this arrogance.
Huh? Nigeria, Senate, Mondays through Fridays, 5 to 6 p.m. on J 101.9.
A very good evening to you and welcome to the program Nigeria at Sunset on J11.9 Jos. A very good Salah day. Today is Salah. Barakah Sharwa, Barakah Salah. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept your ibadah and of course grant our country more peace and prosperity. This weekend has been described as one of the longest weekends, in 2022. Yesterday, and happy Labor Day, by the way. Yesterday was May the 1st of May 2022. Today and tomorrow, and we're celebrating basking in that euphoria. We're so thankful that at least you get to, we're celebrating another, Eid, Ramadan, Holy month of Ramadan. I have lots of Muslim friends, and I wish to just give them, shout outs. But in no particular order, I would say Barakah Sallah to Didi. Maybe the number one transporter you have in Plateau State is a dear friend. Happy Sallah to you, Didi. Happy Sallah to my friend and brother El Kash. Happy Sallah to Abdulaziz, also known as Zusman. Happy Sallah to Bonzo, Bonzo, my friend. I have lots. Ilyas Kasimo. I mean, I have lots. I don't know. I know that if I attempt to go spend time, mentioning names, I know that I will offend a lot of people. But I know that, well, of course, I know that you know. Uh, Let me leave it at that. Well, we're following lots of, stories. Um, well, I don't know, but one of the toughest things, doing bad news, all the other there was building collapse in Lagos. No one contest to serve, especially inquiries contest to serve our country as the president or governors. They've been told to resign. And the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila, said that if they don't resign, it's going to affect, the election. And it will bring me to this point that I don't believe that Nigeria will need a God-fearing person. I don't need that God-fearing people should govern society. I want someone who respects human laws, that will govern society. I'm a Platonian, I believe in Plato's philosophy a lot, especially the Republic. When Socrates would say that philosophers should be allowed, to be in charge of running society, because we've tried, we've tried, the hard, God-fearing person, different people. But again, our country is where it is. And for me, I just said, I don't care even if you worship a microphone as a supreme being, but as long as you want to serve and you want to be president, governor, councillor, House of Assembly member, you've got to respect our constitution, play by the rules. Don't flaunt, a traffic light, drive in your lane, but don't throw. These are the simple, basic things that make up a country. I need to make people work. But in Nigeria, it's just like, any things have been done, just how you like or how you feel. I have an insight. The President Muhammad Buhari, after praying, after Eid ground, he said that he's going to hand over the presidency to the person that Nigerians will vote for. Take a listen and we'll come back. I have three guests and we're going to talk about something very interesting here. Take Back Niger movement is a pan-Nigerian organization that is mobilizing support from young people to come out to exercise their franchise on the one hand. And there's so many things that this group is doing. I know that you like to hear more. When we come back, the program will continue. Stay here.
Well, to continue to make the environment secure, especially when the rainy season is coming, so that farmers can go back to their farms and we wouldn't have problem of food security. Well, the heads of services, Army, Navy, Air Force, Inspector General of Police, and so on, are very much aware of the situation and their duties to know where the terrorists are and eliminate them. The person that Nigerians know.
That was our president, dear President Muhammad. Like I said, I have interesting, guests. By the way, in case you're just tuning, my name is Monsaf. I have the program. I have guys from the Take Back Nigerian movement, Take Back Niger movement. That's the name of the group. Honorable Prince Chinedu Christopher Opara is an aspirant aspiring to serve in the Imo State House of Assembly. Good evening, and thank you very much for coming.
Good evening, listeners.
Yeah, and have Chief Richard Eze, he's the Plateau State Coordinator of Take Back Niger Movement. Thank you for coming,
Well done. Well done, listener.
Jack, that's just his name. Jack is a co-convener of Take Back Niger Movement. Good evening, Jack, and thank you for coming.
Good evening, Josh. Good to be here. Thank you.
Good to have you. Well, Jack, would you like to tell us, what's your group about, Take Back Niger Movement?
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. So, Take Back Niger Movement is a group born out of necessity. So we realized that the Nigerian young people have complained so much about, the fact that we've been pushed out, we are not represented, issues that concern us doesn't really get attention as it should. If you look at recently in 2020, the young persons went out to demand an end to SARS, right? That didn't see the light of the day. Again, if you look at the current political parties, they all have their nomination forms right on the high side. APC 100 million for president, and then PDP you have 40 million or thereabout. So when we look at all those things, we feel like it is time for young persons to actually come together, right, and collectively, as a bloc, start demanding that the system and the structures include us, right?
So you want to start demanding, not taking back the country just like
no. So it isn't that demand. When you make demands, you're literally asking, can we have back our country? Because let's look at it this way. So most of the current players, including our current president, has been in the system for over 40 years. He became a big time player in his 20s and his 30s, and these people are still there. So can you begin to intentionally include young persons into the system? Can young persons begin to decide, first of all, who leads us? Do you understand? If we have a population of 200 million people and our database is telling you that over 100 million of those numbers are actually young persons, right? So if we have such numbers, and even the INEC database confirms that young persons constitute much the larger percentage
the issue is that just as my Jack has said, friends. So it is time for the youth. It is time for Nigeria to elect somebody that will care for the youth. Because if you check for the past 100 years, those people that have been in government, they are still there. Over 40 years, over 50 years. Some are there. And they doesn't want to go. But what's the need of our young ones going to school or studying? It's for this kind of a thing, so that I think they also will pick up or where the people stop. So why we are getting children is because so that they will start when we stop. Not that somebody will occupy the seat for